Hey guys, it's All Things Disney, and today I'll be showing you how to create this little Marie charm on your rainbow loom from the Tidbits collection, and she is from the Disney movie The Aristocats, and she's cute. I'm not entirely really happy with how she came out, but I still think she's pretty cute. She has her whiskers, she has a bow up here with her little hairs, and then she has a bow in the back as well. And she is pretty cute. You can also swap her out. You can make either of her brothers, which I think I'll be making, but I'm not going to make them now. And if I do make them, I would probably post a picture on my Instagram, where you can find the information on how to find me on Instagram below in the description box. So I think I might make the brothers, which I can't remember their names. I don't remember their names. And she also kind of looks like Hello Kitty if you look at her face. So if you add on clothes to her, she will look like Hello Kitty as well. So either way, now we can get started with the supplies you'll need. So the supplies you'll be needing to create Little Marie are, you're going to need a rainbow loom set up in the stagger configuration with red arrow facing towards you or down. Then you're going to need one rainbow loom hook and then 4 main colors of bands. You're going to need about 50 white, and remember, these are just estimates. It may be a little more than you actually need, but that's pretty good so that you don't run out. So you're going to need about 50 white bands for her main body and her ears and her little hair on top and just everything on her body. And if you're making a different cat, like one of her 2 brothers, you can use black or brown for the body because those are their colors. Then you're going to need about 8 pink bands for the bows. I'm using the Pearl Pink Lemonade bands. I almost forgot the name there because I just think they're pretty. They're pearly and they're shiny. And that's what I used here as well. And then you're going to need 2 black bands for the whiskers. You can also use 2 black bands for the eyes, and then you would need 4 black bands, but I used blue because I thought, why not? Then you're also going to need, of course, 2 blue bands, like I just said, for the eyes. I'm using the neon blue from Michaels. You can really use any shade of blue if you want, or you can always do brown or black. So now you can grab your supplies and we can get started. And one more thing I forgot to mention before we get started, you will also be wanting a pair of scissors. You can use any pair of scissors, just to cut the whiskers and the little hairs on top of her head. So now you can grab your supplies and we can get ready to start. So we're going to start off with our loom, and we're going to take double of our white bands and we're going to place them from the top center peg to the one underneath it, like that. Then we're going to take another double white bands and go diagonally from the center to the left side. Then we're going to do the same with double bands to the right side. Then we're also going to go down once on each side, still using double bands in whatever body color you're using. If you're making Marie like me, you would be making white, or using white bands, I should say. Next, you're going to go down twice in the center with double white bands. Like that, and then we're going to close off the face by taking double white bands on both sides and going diagonally from the left side in and from the right side in. Now once we're here, we're going to add on the ears so we don't have to do them later. So we're going to take one white band and twist it around the tip of your hook. We're going to do it 3 times, creating 4 loops like that. Then we're going to take one pink band and double it around your fingers once before placing it on your hook, like that. Then place it on your hook and slide on the loops. Then when you have the white loops on your hook, you can bring both pink ends back onto the hook, which will make 4 pink loops here, which are really just not 2, but just 1 band that's doubled, but it looks like we use double bands. So now you can take this off your hook with your fingers, and you just put it in your fingers and place it on the second peg down from the top on each side. So we're going to do that twice. So now we're going to repeat that again, so we're just going to twist 1 white band around the tip of your hook. You're going to do it 3 times, creating 4 loops, then take 1 pink band and twist around your fingers once, and then place it on the tip of your hook, slide on the white loops, like that. Then when you have both ends like this, we're going to bring both ends back onto your hook, and then we can take it off our hook and onto our fingers. Whoops. Then when you have it on your fingers, you place it on the opposite side of where you just placed the other one, which for me is on the right side. So now we have our two little ears right here. We're going to add on the whiskers and the nose later, so we're just going to add on the eyes now to get them over with as well, so that we don't have to do much work on the face later on. So you're going to take out your two blue bands, or whatever color you're using for the eyes, and take the first one, twist around the tip of your hook 3 times, creating 4 loops. Then squish it down to the end of your hook and take the other blue band and twist it around 3 times, creating 4 loops as well. Like that. Next we're going to take another one of our white bands, place it on the tip of your hook, and slide on all the eye band loops. So, I'm taking a while, but either way, so now you have your eyes right here. You're going to stretch this white band from the third peg down from the top on the right side and the left side, so just stretch them across from the left side to the right side, or whatever way you did it. Then your eyes should be kind of stuck together or just squished, so you can kind of separate them with your fingers or your hook, whatever you like that. Then you can take, with your hook or fingers, just take the top part of the band and bring it up to the center peg, which will separate the eyes, and you can go on fixing them if you like. So now we've finished our work with the head for now, and we are just going to go down once with double white bands in the center, like that. Then we're going to take another double white bands and go diagonally from the center to the left side, like that. Then we're going to do the same, going diagonally to the right side, and we're going to go down twice on each side with double white bands, or skin color for the fur bands. Not really skin color, but fur color. So we're going to go down twice with double bands on the right side and the left side, like that. So now that we have this, we're going to complete it in the center by also going down 2 times with double of our white bands, like that. So now, with this done, we're going to add on our triangle bands. So we're going to make a triangle on those last 3 pegs on the bottom, which should be the 7th peg down from the top on the left side, center, and right. And then we're just going to take the bottom part of that triangle and bring it up to the center, like that. Then we're going to make another normal triangle above the next 3 pegs, which is the 6th down, and we're going to just make a normal triangle and leave it alone. And remember, these are just single bands. Now once that is complete, we are going to add on the feet and the arms. So we're going to take 1 white band and twist around the tip of your hook 2 times, creating 3 loops, like this. With that complete, we're going to take double of our white bands and place them on the tip of your hook, then slide on the white loops and bring both ends back onto your hook. Then we're going to take this off our hook and place this on the 7th peg down from the top, right on top of everything that we have there. Ignoring everything else, make sure you're not overlapping, just place it down. Now we're going to do the same thing for the other foot, so twist 1 white band around the tip of your hook 2 times, creating 3 loops. Then you're going to take 2 white bands, place them on the tip of your hook, slide on the loops, and bring both ends back over. Then once you've done that, you can take it off onto your fingers and place it on the opposite side. So now we have both feet down. Next we're going to do the same for the other arms. So next we're going to add on the arms, and I think I made a miscount for the white bands. I think you might need a little more than 50 bands, but I just made a mistake there. So continuing on, we're going to take another white band and twist around the tip of your hook 2 times, creating 3 loops, just like we did with the feet, and then take another double white bands, place them on the tip of your hook, slide on the loops, and bring both ends back over. Then you can take this off your hook onto your fingers and place this on the 5th peg down from the top on the left side, and then we're going to do the same for the other side. So this is the same step as the feet, so it shouldn't be too hard. Now we're going to do the same thing, so take 1 white band and twist around the tip of your hook 2 times, creating 3 loops, and then we're just going to take our another double bands, place them on the tip of your hook, slide on the loops, bring both ends back over like that, and then take it off onto our fingers. And you should get the hang of this by now. Then we're going to place this on the 5th peg on the other side as well, so now it looks like this. So we have our completed body, and we have everything on the loom now. And don't worry, we're going to add on all the extra features like the whiskers, the bows, both bows, the one on her back and the one in the front, her hair, and everything else. We're going to add them at the end. So right now we're done, so we can hook up the loom. So we're going to start at the bottom on the middle and take the bottom 2 white bands and bring those up. Then take the next 2 white bands and bring those up, and then pause there. Now on the other side, we're going to go under the feet and the triangle band and bring the bottom 2 bands up, and this is on the bottom, and my foot kind of fell off, but that's fine because we're hooking it up anyway. Next we're going to go under the next triangle band and bring only the bottom 2 whites up. Then when we reach the arm right here, we're going to go under those arm bands and bring the bottom 2 whites up, like that. And let me just fix that because it's a little twisted. Okay, I'm fine with that. Now on the other side, we're going to go in the foot and the triangle band and bring the bottom 2 up. Then go in the triangle band and bring the bottom 2 up. Then go in the arm, bring the bottom 2 up, or diagonally I should say. So now we have our completed body, and plus the foot, which mine kind of fell off. But like I said, it's fine. If yours does that too, it's fine. So now we can move up to the neck. So we're going to go under all those bands and just grab the bottom 2 neck bands, like that. Then we are going to go in and grab the next bottom 2 white bands going diagonally, then go back in and grab the next 2. And then before we grab the last 2, we're going to take our one more pink band and twist around the tip of your hook. We're going to twist it 3 times, creating 4 loops like that, and this will be the nose. So we're just going to leave it on our hook and then go in and grab those 2, and before we place them down, we're just going to slide on the loops and then bring them up, like that. So now we are going to go under and grab the bottom 2 next white bands, which I only appeared to grab 1, like that. Then on the other sides, we're just going to go under and grab only the bottom 2, bring them up. Then where the ears are, we're going to go under the ears and bring the bottom 2 in, like that. Then go under the other side and do the same thing, like that. So now we have our body completed and our head, and it should look like this. So next we're going to go in all of these bands, and I got another twisted band and I'm just going to fix that. Okay. Now with that done, we're going to go under everything and just grab those bottom 2 white bands that we placed first. Then bring those up. With that completed, we can just go from the outside, grab the bottom 2, and bring them over the peg. Then you can tie it in a slip knot. And now we can take Marie off the loom. So you can use your hook, and we're just going to take her off. Okay, so now we have our Marie completed, and I'm just going to move my loom over so we can do all the rest of our work on her. So right now she just looks really weird, and we're going to move to the side that has her nose on it, and we can stretch out her face and adjust it to make sure that it looks right. And right now she really does look like Hello Kitty right now. Okay, so I'm just going to keep on stretching. You can stretch out the nose, stretch out the eyes, stretch out the slip knots, stretch out the feet, put them whichever way you want. If you want them pointing down, you can just do that. If you want them pointing to the sides, which I kind of think is cute, it looks like she's sitting down, I'm going to do that, but you can always change it if you like. Then you can stretch out the arms and the body and whatever you want. So now we have our Marie. And she just doesn't look like Marie that much yet. If you like her like this, you can definitely keep her like this. If you like it like that, do whatever you want with it. But I think that I'm going to add on the finishing details. So now we're going to add on her neck bow. So we're going to move our looms back over to the spotlight. And I'm just going to take double of my pink bands. And I'm going to place them anywhere on my loom. Then I'm going to take another pink band and go through underneath with my hook and take that pink band on my fingers and then grab it with my hook and pull it through and over back onto my hook like that. So it's secured onto the hook. Then once you've done this, you can tie a slip knot on it, and that will be our bow. So you can just take this off, and now we have our bow. Moving my loom back out of the spotlight and Marie back into the spotlight, which kind of weird that I'm saying spotlight, but either way, you get what I mean. So we have our bow here, and you're going to find the longest piece, which is the back piece, and then the two little bow pieces here. We're going to take the long piece and we're going to stretch it over her head or her body, and ending up on her neck, we're just going to twist around as many times as you need to. I'm going to twist around 3 times like that, and caught on her arm and her face there, so I'm just going to fix that. Kind of undid her face. But either way, you want to position it to the back side if it's not positioned there already, because she has a big bow on the back of her head. Not really her head, on the back of her neck. So that's what I was going for there. So now we have her back bow, and this is kind of unnecessary because you can't see it from the front, but if you just want to add in that extra detail and go the extra mile, that's the thing to do. So now we have this. And I feel like I'm saying a lot, but sorry about that. So now we have our Marie here, and we're going to add on her little hairs and bow on the top of her head now. So bringing our handy dandy loom back over, we're going to take another pink band and stretch it again over. Then we're going to do the same thing for the other bow. You can use double bands here if you like. I'm just going to use one band for the main one, then take another band and do the same thing we did with the other one. And I don't know what happened there. It seems like it turned out okay though. So stretching that out, moving my loom back out of the spotlight, and I feel like I'm kind of doing this a little fast, but I just wanted, since this is the same thing we just did, I just wanted to do that fast. So now we have our another bow, and this one we're going to take this longest loop again, and this time we are going to pull it through her head. You can wrap it around her little hairy things, but I just find that way too complicated. So I'm just going to go through the back of her head, and I'm just going to go through some bands. And then once I've done that, I am going to grab that pink band and pull it through to the back of her head. And you want to make sure you're going in with your hook. You're going to start by going in through the back side, so that when you pull it through, it'll pull through to the back side. So now we have our bow. And it should look like this. Mine's a little, off. I think I'm going to redo that. So I think I'm going to go do that, and I'll be right back. So now I tweaked it a little bit. If tweak is a word, I feel like that is a word, but I don't really know. Either way, I fixed the bow, and now I have this loop on the end. And I'm just going to go ahead and hide that. So you can just go through some white bands from the back of the head, and then you just go in with your hook and pull the bow through like that. So now we have our bow there, and you can just keep positioning it until you like it where it is, which I'm fine with this. And now finally we can add on the little hairs and then the whiskers. So we're going to take out our scissors, and we're going to snip the top of the 2 bands that we have here, the slip knots, just cut like that. And now she has these really weird long hairs. So if you want, you can just take the bands and tie them, which I'm going to do. Really hard to show me doing it, but you can just tie a knot like you would do with any ordinary thing that you tie knots on. I don't know what you tie knots on, but either way, you just tie a knot. You can do it as many times as you need to. I'm going to do it just once because I think that's fine. Now I'm going to take my scissors again and cut the hair to the desired length. And I feel like my length was a little too short. Just a little. Way too short. Well, either way, I'm fine with this for now, and I feel really weird with the short hairs, but her hair is fine. So, with her little short hairs, hopefully you snip them longer than mine. Snip them a little shorter than mine, actually. Well, don't snip them shorter, snip them in a longer length. And I feel really awkward right now. But either way, continue on, we're going to do the whiskers. So take out your final 2 black bands. Well, not really final, but just 2 black bands. And we are going to go over to the face, and we're going to go in right near her eyes, find the white band next to her eyes. Only one. If you want to, you can grab 2 bands, but I'm just going to take that 1 band right next to her eye. And we're going to take 1 black band and pull it through. Then place both ends back on your hook and tie a slip knot. Like that. So now we have this. I'm going to kind of fix it up a little bit. Okay, so now we have this, and it's really weird and long. And it's going to kind of look like an eyelash, but you're just going to cut it and then trim it. To however long your desired length is. Okay, so now I'm fine with this. So now we are going to take that white band that it's on and just slide the black band down until you reach your desired placement for your whiskers, and I feel like that's really weird. So I'm going to redo my whiskers right now. So after failing 3 more times, I just decided to change the whiskers, and I just put them on the 2 bands furthest away from the eyes right here, and I just slid them down as well, like that. So now I'm going to show you how to do the other side. Like I did on the other side, you can either do the method I just showed you before I just did this new method, or you can do the new method that I have. But all you are going to do is you're going to grab a black band, and you are going to, well, first you're going through your double bands, and actually you want to do it from the outside. On each side you're doing it from the outside, so you might need to hold her upside down, and you're just going to grab the black band, then tie a slip knot like that. Then I'm just going to snip it, and then trim it. And I'm not tying these whiskers, although you can if you want them to be more secure, but I'm not really going to do anything to them, so I'm just going to leave them alone. Then when I've done that, I'm just sliding them down a little bit to the lowest they can go, so that I have my whiskers. And I just got all these black thingies from all my failed attempts. I just have so many right here on the side, which I'm not going to show you because it's really too much. Either way, so now you have your completed Marie, and I seem like I was a little confusing there. But either way, I hope that you liked this tutorial. I hope this was good, and if you make Marie or any of her brothers or even Hello Kitty or any just average cat, I would love to see them on Instagram, and you can use the hashtag AllThingsDisneyRL for Rainbow Loom on Instagram, and I would love to see them, or you can tag me on Instagram, and I'll leave my username down below so that you can see that. And so thanks for watching, and please comment, like, and subscribe. And you can see here were the whiskers in the first edition, here are the ones in the second edition. So just a comparison. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon. Bye!